Close is something like a fill in the blanks. Listen very carefully. A close is something like fill in the blanks. It is a test. Okay, you have something called vocabulary close test. You have multiple choice close test. You have gap filling close test. You have matching close test and reading comprehension close test. What is close actually? It is in a sentence one particular word will be removed and you are supposed to fill in that particular gap. It can be a vocabulary, it can be a multiple choice question, it can be filling the gap, or it can be even match the following. You are supposed to fix the right word in that particular sentence. For example, if I say India is one of the biggest dash countries in the world. So there are many possibilities inside, but what is the right thing is the biggest democratic countries in the world. India is one of the biggest democratic, you can say populated countries, you can say largest producer of wheat or whatever, but the right word that will come over there is India is one of the biggest democratic countries. So it is the right word that you are supposed to use. So that is what is called as close. Okay, you are supposed to replace the missing word. You are supposed to replace the missing word with the right word. That is, it should fix to the context. The word should exactly match the context that you are speaking or writing or discussing. Okay, the right word has to be there. It is not a similar word, but the right word. Okay, see, so you have vocabulary close test, multiple choice close test, gap filling close test, and of course matching close test, etc. Extra. We'll move on with the next slide is the examples. There. Vocabulary close. See, dentist strongly suggest brushing teeth using toothpaste to dash them from decaying. So you can use protect them from decaying. So this is an example that we are telling you. Okay. The top one is the common close test where you are supposed to, that's a passage where you are supposed to select the right one from here and you have to put it over there. So this is, so through this, the passage is fulfilled. Through this, the passage is fulfilled and the right words are used in the right place. So when you read this passage, it is in a sequential order and you will be able to understand it well. Clear, all of you? So close means fill in the blanks. Okay? You are filling in the blanks, but with the right word, not a similar word, but with the right word. Only then you can fix in the context. Clear, all of you? Close means fill in the blanks, but you are using the right word, not something a similar word, right word to fix the context. Only then you will be able to understand it. Clear, all of you? We'll move on with the next. Now we'll move on. That is the types of sentences. Of course, this you people have been studying right from your school, but then even if you have studied right from your school, even if it is a repetition, still people are unable to understand this one. So that is why, even though we have done this in our class, once again we will repeat it. Okay, my dear friends, you have simple sentence, you have compound sentence, you have complex sentence, and you have compound complex sentence. Simple sentence is something where you have a subject and a predicate, one subject and a predicate. That is a simple sentence. Here, Jack went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Can you break the sentence anywhere over here? No, you cannot break a sentence. This is a single sentence with one subject and one predicate. So that is why it is called simple sentence. See that? Jack went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. That's all. You cannot break the sentence anywhere. You cannot say Jack went up the hill. Then you cannot say to fetch up a pail of water. No, that is not possible. A simple sentence is a single sentence which gives you a single meaning. That is, Jack went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So it has one subject, that is Jack, and one predicate, that is the second half of the sentence. What is that? Went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. What is the subject? Subject is Jack, and the second half of the sentence is called predicate, and it has only one predicate. So that is why it is simple sentence. Again, I'm repeating. Jack is the subject and the second half of the sentence is the predicate. Okay, this is one simple, in fact, one single sentence which is simple sentence. What is that? One subject and one predicate. Here, one subject is Jack, and predicate is went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. You cannot break. Clear, all of you? Now we'll move on with the next one. Next is compound sentence. Compound sentence is nothing but two sentences joined by a conjunction. That is and, but, because, or. These are common conjunctions. Compound sentence is two sentences joined by a conjunction. Example, Jack went up the hill and he fell down immediately. So these are two different sentences. The previous one, in the simple sentence, you couldn't break the sentence because there is one single sentence. But over here, you have two sentences made into one with the help of conjunction. What conjunction is that called as? Coordinating conjunction. It coordinates between one sentence and two and the other, and it joins both the sentences. See that? Jack went up the hill. That is one complete sentence. Second sentence is he fell down immediately. That is a second sentence. Both the sentences are joined together using the conjunction and. Now I'll read out the sentence for you. That is, Jack went up the hill and he fell down immediately. So Jack goes up the hill and he falls down immediately. So two sentences joined together with a single uh, conjunction, that is and. That and is called as coordinating conjunction. It is coordinating between sentence one and sentence two to make one single. Clear, all of you? I'll read it out for you. Jack went up the hill and he fell down immediately. Clear, all of you? So that is compound sentence. We'll move on with the next one, that is complex sentence. In complex sentence, you have one or more main clause. You have one main clause and you have one or more subordinate clause. You have one main clause and you have one or more subordinate clause. Now I'll explain you what is main clause and subordinate clause. A main clause is a sentence on its own. A main clause is a sentence on its own, whereas the subordinate clause is a group of words joined together. It gives meaning. I'll tell you the difference between phrase and clause after this. First, I'll tell you this. Main clause is a sentence on its own, whereas the subordinate clause is a group of words where it has lot of, in fact, it has meanings, but it does not finish without the main clause. It doesn't give full meaning without the main clause. Only if the subordinate clause joins with the main clause, it is a complete sentence. Here, as Jack fell down, he felt injuries on his head. As Jack fell down, he felt injuries on his head. So he felt injuries on his head. What is that? That is the main clause. Now see the subordinate clause, as Jack fell down. So it gives certain meaning, but it is not complete. Okay. He felt injuries on his head. So that's the main clause. So the subordinate clause is, as Jack fell down, he felt injuries on his head. Okay. Now I'll tell you the difference between clause and a phrase. A clause is group of words which has a verb in it. It gives meaning. Whereas a phrase, when you take a phrase, it is also a group of words, but it doesn't have a verb in it, and it doesn't give any proper meaning. I'll repeat it once again. Phrase is a group of words which doesn't give any meaning as it doesn't contain verb. A clause is also a group of words, but it gives some meaning as it has verb in it. Clear, all of you? This is the difference between clause and phrase. Now we are seeing main clause and subordinate clause, which comes under the topic, in fact, complex sentence. Okay. Now see, complex sentence, once again I'll repeat it. As Jack fell down, he felt injuries on his head. So one main clause, and it can have one or more than one subordinate clause. Now see the next one. The fourth and the last one is compound complex sentence. It is the combination of both compound as well as complex sentences. It is the combination of both compound and complex sentences. Okay, I'll read out the example. You will understand it better. After Jack fell down, he felt injuries on his head, but he found that he had none. He thought, that is, after Jack fell down, he thought he might have had some injuries, but later on he understood that he had no injuries. Okay, this is the combination of complex as well as compound sentence. Okay, see, I'll repeat it once again. After Jack fell down, he felt injuries on his. He felt, actually there are no injuries. He only felt. But see the word but we are using to, that is the compound sentence over here. Okay, but he found that he had none, that is he had no injuries at all. Okay, so this is the combination of compound and complex sentences. Clear, all of you? I hope all of you are clear. Yes, we'll move on with the next slide. Now identifying clauses, that is, clause is a group of related word with a subject and a verb, which we have already seen. Okay, so basically you have the main clause, that is the independent clause, and you have the subordinate clause, that is the dependent clause. As I have already told you, what is the main clause? Main clause acts as a separate sentence in itself. Main clause is a separate sentence in itself. So that is why it is it is an independent clause. What do you mean by independent clause? It can withstand on its own. It can withstand on its own. It gives full meaning on its own. Which one? Main clause or independent clause? When you take subordinate clause, of course it has its noun and a subject, in fact a verb, but it cannot withstand on its own. It needs the main clause to, it needs the main clause for it to stand. It needs the main clause for it to give full meaning. See that? After, I'll tell you the, see here, subordinate clause. It is, as I have already told you, it is dependent clause. Okay, see here. After we had finished lunch, we went back to work. So we went back to work, it is a main clause, but it gives full meaning. It can stand on its own. What is that? We went back to work. Subject, verb, object, complete. Over here is the subordinate clause. After we had finished lunch. So when did you go back to work? That is after you finished lunch. Understood? When did you go back to? So that is giving you more meaning. Which is giving you more meaning? The subordinate clause is giving you more meaning. The main clause says we went back to work. Good. Okay, that is full sentence, complete sentence. But see here, subordinate clause. It says that gives the answer of when. That is when, after we had finished lunch, we went back to work. Clear, all of you? After we had finished lunch. So that is the subordinate clause over here. These are some of the examples. We'll move on with the next slide. Types of subordinate clauses. You have noun clause, you have adverb clause, and you have adjective clause. Okay, as a clause that explains about the noun. A clause that explains about the noun becomes the noun clause. A clause that gives more information about the noun gives adverbial, in fact, adjectival clause. A clause which gives more information about the noun gives adjectival clause, and adverb clause gives talks about the action of the noun or the subject. It talks about the action of the noun or the subject. Okay, now see here. Noun clause is a group of words which does the work of a noun. It begins with words such as, how, in fact, such as how, that, what, whatever, when, where, whether, which, whichever, who, whoever, whom, whomever, and why. These are the words which, through which we can use these words as clauses to explain about the noun. See the example. Do you know what the teacher said? Do you know what the teacher said? Okay, here, what the teacher said. What is that? That is the clause which explains about the teacher. What that is what. Do you know what the teacher said? So this is the what clause? Which clause is this? This is noun clause. Why? Because it talks about the teacher. Okay, it talks about what the teacher said. Understood? It talks about what the teacher said. Now, next, adjective clause is a group of words which describes noun or a verb here. See the example. A man who's standing under the tree is my uncle. See, someone is my uncle. So how will I explain when there are 10 people over there? There are 10 people standing over there around the tree, nearby the tree. Okay, exactly. See, how would I, uh, in fact, explain you about my uncle? See here, a man who's standing under the tree, not nearby the tree or this side or that side. Exactly, a man who's standing under the tree is my uncle. So I am explaining about my uncle. I'm explaining about that particular man. Okay, I'm explaining about particular man. That is I am giving more information about that particular man. So an adjective is something that qualifies a noun or gives more information about the noun. An adjective is something that qualifies a noun or gives more information about a noun. So over here, a man who is standing under the tree. So it gives more information about the man. What is that? That particular man who is standing under the tree. Who is he? He is my uncle. Okay, I wanted to explain about my uncle. How would I explain? I am explaining more about my uncle. How? Through this. What is that? The person who is standing under the tree. So that is adjective clause. Clear, all of you? I hope all of you are able to understand. Now comes adverb clause. What is an adverb? First of all, let us see what is verb. Verb is an action word. Okay, verb is an action word. What is adverb? Adverb gives more information about the action. Adverb gives more information about the action. That is the how the action took place. Clear? For example, I'll give you a simple sentence. I sang a song. Now, how did I sing a song? I sang a song well. I sang the song loudly. I sang the song properly. I sang the song well. So these are some of the examples. See here, adverb clause is a group of words that adverb clause is a group of words that describe when, how, and why. That describes when, how, and why. See that when, after, when, until, soon, before, once, while, as soon as. These are some of the words which explains when. Now how, if, whether, provided, in case, unless. These are some of the words that explains how. And you have something called why. Because, since, so, in order that, now that. So these are the words. These are some of the words which explains the word why. Okay? Directly, not why, but it explains why that action happened. It explains, these words explains how that action took place. These words explain when that action took place. Okay, so these are the words that are used to explain the action done by the subject, that is noun. Okay, so that is adverb clause. See the example. Jennifer scrubbed the bathtub until her arms ached. Jennifer scrubbed the bathtub until her arms ached. See, this is an adverb clause, describes how. What is that? Until her arms ached. She rubbed. Till when? That is until her arms ached. Okay, see the next one. When? Okay, the dog started chasing my car once they saw it turn the corner. The dogs started chasing my car once they saw it turn the corner. That is here. It talks about when. When did the dogs chase? Only when I turned the corner, the dogs chased. Clear, all of you? When did the dogs chase? Only when I turned the corner, the dogs chase. So this is what is adverb clause. It explains, in fact, it gives or explains more information about the action. What is the action? I am driving the car. I am moving it towards the corner. At that time, those dogs bark. So it gives more information about the action taken by the subject. Okay, subject is nothing but noun. A person who is doing the work. Clear? Now, see the next example. After having my wisdom tooth out, that is the tooth which is over here in the last one. Okay. After having my wisdom tooth out, I had a milkshake for dinner because I couldn't chew anything. Because I couldn't chew anything. That is, it explains or describes why did you eat the milkshake. In fact, why did you sip the milkshake? I'm sorry. Why did you sip the milkshake? Why? Because he has removed the tooth. Which tooth? Wisdom tooth. Because he had removed the wisdom tooth, the tooth could not chew. So that is why. So that is the action. It gives more information about the action. That is why the person sipped milkshake. Clear, all of you? So a clause gives more information about the action. That is adverb clause. A clause that gives more information about the noun. That is adjective clause. A clause that explains about the noun is noun clause. Clear, all of you? A clause that explains about a noun is noun clause. A clause that gives more information about a noun is adjective clause, and the clause that gives more information about the action that took place is adverb clause. Clear, all of you? Clear, all of you? I hope all of you are very clear. Okay, we'll move on with the next slide. Yes, transformation of sentence. The next topic is transformation of sentences. We have simple sentence, we have compound sentence, and we have complex sentences. This we have a there is simple, compound, and complex. Okay, what is that? Simple sentence. We just saw that one. Now it is transformation of sentence. How to transfer from simple to compound and compound to complex. Okay, see here. This is simple into a compound sentence. The teacher punished the children for disobedience. The teacher punishes children for disobedience. What is this? This is a simple sentence. Can you break the first sentence? You cannot break anywhere. As I have already explained about the simple sentence, you cannot break anywhere. But see, when you're transforming it into a compound sentence, it becomes two different sentences, and you are joining those two with the help of the coordinating conjunction. Because see that the teacher punished the children because they were disobedient. See, they were disobedient. That gives a different, I mean, that is a sentence on its own. The teacher punished the children. That is also a sentence on its own. This is a separate clause, that is a separate clause. But these two clauses are joined together with the coordinating conjunction because. So the teacher punished the children because they were disobedient. So these two sentences are joined together with the word because. Okay, see the first sentence. The teacher punished the children for disobedience. Here, the teacher punished the children for disobedience. That is simple sentence. When you convert it, when you convert it to compound sentence, you use the coordinating conjunction. What is it? Because the teacher punished the children because they were disobedient. Now let us move on. Transform a compound sentence into a simple sentence. See that. We must eat or we cannot live. We must eat or we cannot live. See, we must eat, that's a separate sentence. We cannot live, that is also separate sentence. Two clauses are joined together with the word or. Two clauses are joined together with the word or. Okay, we must eat, that is also an independent clause. We cannot live, that is also an independent clause. Okay, these two are joined together with the help of coordinating conjunction or. We must live, I mean, we must eat or we cannot live. Now, see, when we convert it to a simple sentence, see it, we must eat to live. So you cannot break the sentence. You cannot break the sentence, as we all know that it has one subject and one predicate. That's all. It has one subject and one predicate. What is that? We must eat to live. We is the subject, must eat to live. That is the predicate. Clear, all of you? We must eat to live. So you cannot break the sentence. But see the compound sentence. Two sentences or two independent clauses which gives complete meanings are joined using the word or. See, we must eat or we cannot live. So when you simplify it, when you make it to a simple sentence, it says, it becomes, we must eat to live. Clear, all of you? Now we'll move on to the next one, that is transformation of sentences, that is transform a simple into a complex sentence. First we saw simple to compound, compound to simple. Now we are seeing simple to complex. I saw a wounded bird. I saw a wounded bird. Can you break the sentence? No, it is not possible. Can you can you break the sentence? Because it's a simple sentence. You cannot break it. It has one subject and a predicate. That's all. That is I is the subject. Saw a wounded bird is a predicate. You cannot break the sentence anywhere. But see here, when we are changing it into a complex sentence, one becomes the main clause and the other becomes the subordinate clause, and these two are combined using subordinating conjunction. These two are combined using subordinating conjunction, my dear friends. Here, I saw a bird that was wounded. So here, I saw a bird. What is that? That is the main clause or independent clause. It gives full meaning. I saw a bird. It has a subject, it has a verb, and an object. Okay. I saw a bird. That's a complete sentence. That is an independent clause. Now we are explaining more about it. We are explaining something more about it. What is that? We are converting the sentence. That is, we are converting the simple sentence. That is, I saw a wounded bird into a complex. Okay. That is, I saw a bird using the coordinating, in fact, subordinating conjunction that. Okay. I saw a bird that was wounded. I saw a bird that was wounded. So the simple sentence is converted into a complex sentence using the subordinating clause that. I saw a bird that was wounded. Clear, all of you? I'm sure all of you are clear. Okay. So how you transform a simple to a compound, I'll explain it once again. The teacher punished the students for disobedience. So we cannot break the sentence. So when we are unable to break the sentence, that becomes that you can close your eyes and you can say that that is a simple sentence. When you see a coordinating conjunction in between, once again you can just blindly say that it is a compound sentence. See that the teacher punished the children because they were disobedient. So in fact, two sentences, that is the teacher punished the children, that is a clause. Okay, they are I mean, you can call it as sentences or clauses. Two main clauses or two sentences joined together using one, that is because. What is that? That is the conjunction. Okay, clear? Now we'll move on. Transformation of sentences with the next one. Okay. Now we'll see compound to simple. Now we'll move on with compound to, in fact, complex to simple. We have seen compound to simple. Now we'll see complex to simple. He died in the village where he lived. He died in the village where he lived. A complex sentence is where it has a main clause and a subordinate clause. Using these two are joined together with a subordinating conjunction where. He died in the village where he lived. Now it is when we change it to simple sentence, it becomes like this. He died in his native place. He died in his native place. Can you break the sentence? No, we cannot break the sentence. So this is how we transform or we convert complex into simple. See the complex sentence. He died in the village where he lived. Now it is changed or transformed into a simple sentence like this. That is, he died in his native village. Native village. Okay, my dears. Now we'll move on with the next one. Transform a compound into complex. Till now we saw simple to compound and compound to simple to complex and complex to simple. Now it is transformation of sentence from compound to complex. Here, take quinine and your fever will be cured. Take quinine and your fever will be cured. Take quinine, that is a separate main clause. Your fever will be cured. That is another separate main clause. Both are joined together using the coordinating conjunction and. Now, what we are doing, we are converting it or we are transforming the compound sentence with the into complex sentence using what? Subordinating conjunction. That is, if you take quinine, your fever will be cured. If you take quinine, your fever will be cured. So here you have one main clause and one subordinate clause. What is the main clause over here? Your fever will be cured is the main clause. What is the subordinate clause? That is, if you take quinine, your fever will be cured. So that is, take quinine and your fever will be cured. Both are one and the same. Two different sentences. What is that? The first one is a compound one and the second one is a complex one. So the first one we are first one is already a compound. We are converting it to or changing into complex by using subordinating conjunction if. That is, see the main clause over here is your fever will be cured. Okay, that is the main clause. Now we are using the subordinating clause to give more information, to give more weightage to the sentence. That is, if you take quinine, that is how or when. When you take quinine or if you take quinine, your fever will be cured. So this is from compound to complex. Now we will see the next sentence, that is from complex into compound. From complex into compound. We can prove that the earth is round. We can prove that the earth is round. Now, my dear friends, please listen very carefully. Here, the main clause is the earth is round. All of us know. All of us know that the earth is round. Okay, I'm telling you, the earth is round is the main clause. The subordinating clause is we can prove that. So the subordinating conjunction over here is that we can prove that the earth is round. Now we are changing it to compound sentence. When you change it to compound sentence, what happens? It becomes two independent clauses. It becomes two independent clauses. That means both the clauses give you full meaning. Both the clauses can be considered as two different sentences. Both the clauses can be considered as two different sentences joined together with coordinating conjunction and. See here, the earth is round and we can prove it. See here, the earth is round. That is a separate main clause. We can prove it is also another separate main clause. Both these are joined together using the word and. Clear all of you? See here, I'll repeat the sentence once again. See the complex sentence. We can prove that the earth is round. Here, the earth is round is a separate main clause. It can act on its own. It is an independent clause. Okay, see the dependent clause over here. We can prove that. So now we are changing it into compound sentence. When you change it to compound sentence, both that sentence becomes two sentences, that is two main clauses, and those two main clauses are joined using coordinating conjunction. And here the coordinating conjunction that we are using is and. See here, all of you, the earth is round and we can prove it. Clear all of you? The earth is round and we can prove it. So these two are two different main clauses. We are using it together. We are joining it together by the coordinating conjunction and. Previously, I already told you that it coordinates between two sentences. Which one? The coordinating conjunction coordinates between two sentences. So these are two sentences which are joined together using the coordinating conjunction and. That is, the sentence becomes like this: the earth is round and we can prove it. Clear all of you? If you have any doubts, my dear friends, please text me, please email me, please WhatsApp me. I am here round the clock to help you people. Clear? This is the quarantine time. I want all of you to be home safe and all of you to prepare well. Okay, this is the God's gift that we all have had. Okay, we are all having it. I want all of you to study well and develop yourselves well. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Now, identifying verbal phrases, which I already told you. We have been, I mean, we are discussing about the phrases now. How to identify verbal phrases here. Verbal phrases are any of the word forms, modifiers, objects, or complements. The three types of verbal phrases are participle phrases, gerunds, and infinitive phrases. Participle phrases, gerund phrases, and infinitive phrases. Now, participle phrases are present, in fact, present participles or past participles. Examples: the girls, frightened by the police, quickly came down from the school's roof. See here, the girls quickly came down from the school's roof. Okay, now see here, we are talking about the phrase. Which phrase? Verb phrase. That gives more information about the action. What is that? The action is the girls came down quickly, but when, that is, excuse me, I'm sorry. Only when the police frightened them, the girls came down quickly. My dear friends, the girls quickly came down from the school's roof. But when the police frightened them. So this phrase gives more information about the action. What is the action? The girls coming down quickly. The girls coming down quickly is the action. But when did they come? Only when the police intervened. Only when the police frightened them, the girls came down. So this gives more information about what? About the action. That is about the verb. That is why it is verbal phrase. Clear, all of you? A phrase that gives more information about the verb is verbal phrase. In this sentence, this I will leave the word verb phrase and I'll just read out the sentence. Clear, listen very carefully. The girls quickly came down from the school's roof. Okay, well and good. When? That is a question. That's a question mark. That is, the girls, frightened by the police, quickly came down from the school's roof. Okay, so this is an example. Now, see the next one, gerund phrase. What do you mean by gerund? Gerund is ing words. Ing words are gerunds. That is, the verbs, or should I say, yes, the verbs, that is the ing verbs, transforming itself to noun. The ing verbs transforming itself to a noun, that becomes gerund. Here, gerund phrases contains verbs ending in ing. Here, waiting for his grades drove him crazy. That is, how long can we wait, isn't it? Waiting for his grades drove him crazy. That is, he has been waiting for his waiting to receive his grades. He has been waiting to know his marks. Okay, waiting for his grades drove him crazy. Here, that is the gerund. When the ing word comes in the beginning of the sentence, when the ing, listen very carefully, when the ing word comes in the beginning of the sentence, that is a gerund. I'll give you one more example. Walking is a good exercise. Walking, see, when I say I walk 1 kilometer every day, I walk 1 kilometer every day. So here, I walk 1 kilometer every day. So here, walk is a verb. Now see this sentence. The same thing. Walking is a good exercise. Walking keeps you healthy. Walking keeps you fit. So here it is ing. What is ing? Walking. So that walking is gerund. I'll with the same word ing. I'll give you one more example. The same walking. Okay. I am walking to my school daily. I am walking to my college daily. So here the word ing is what? Verb. I am walking to my school daily. That is action. But over here, see here, walking keeps me brisk. Walking keeps me healthy. Walking keeps me fit. So here the verb acts as a gerund. Here the verb acts as a gerund. Clear, all of you? Okay, see here, the previous sentence, I am walking to my college daily. I am walking to my college every day. Here, the word walking is a verb. Over here, the verb becomes a gerund. What is that? Walking keeps me fit. Walking keeps me healthy. Walking keeps me better. Clear, all of you? So this is an example. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. Infinitive phrases. Infinitive phrases contain verbals consisting of to followed by a verb. That is, to live in United States is the main goal in his life. To live in United States is the main goal in his life. To secure the university gold medal is the main goal in my life. To secure university gold medal, in fact, gold medal is the main goal in my life. To buy a 3 BHK villa is the main goal in my life. See here, to buy, to secure, to live. Okay, these, when you use the word to followed by a verb, that is called infinitive phrase. To get centum in mathematics is my goal in this semester. To get centum in mathematics is my goal in this semester. So getting, what is getting? That is a verb. So here we are adding to in front of it. So it becomes to get centum in mathematics is my short-term goal. Clear? So this is infinitive. This is an example that I gave you. That is infinitive phrases contain verbals. Phrases contain verbals consisting of to followed by a verb. Clear, all of you? I hope all of you are clear. Any doubts? Yes, we'll move on. Prepositional phrases. Okay, what are prepositions? Prepositions are those that they are connectors. Prepositions are connectors. They connect subject, in fact, the noun and the verbs. They connect the noun and the verb. For example, the book is on the table. Book is also a noun. Table is also a noun. How both are connected? The book is on the table. So the here is place the work of what? Verb. So the noun, subject, verb, and the object is connected by preposition. The subject, the verb, and the object is connected with the verb, in fact, with the word preposition. What is that? By. The book is on the table. So here the book is the subject or the noun, is the verb, or in fact the table, that is also a noun, but that's the object. How are all these three connected? All these three are connected with the word by preposition. Okay, the book is on. So, okay, the word on is the one that connects all the three. What is that? Subject, verb, and the object. What is that? Book is the subject. This is the object. In fact, verb and table is the object. How are all these three connected? Book is table. Doesn't give any meaning. Book is on the table. So that particular word on makes the sentence complete. So that is preposition. Preposition positions the noun, the subject, the object, as well as the verb. Preposition positions. That is why it is called as positioning, prepositioning the subject, the object, as well as verb. Okay. Now see here. The book, see the sentence over there. The books on the table are cheaper. The books on the, which books are cheaper? There's a question mark, isn't it? Now we are explaining the books that are kept on the table. The books on the table are cheaper. See the next one. A prepositional phrase is a group of words containing a preposition. Preposition acts as heads of prepositional phrase. Here, the cupcake with colorful sprinkles is yours. Cake is yours. Okay. Here, the cupcake with colorful sprinkles. So it gives more information. It gives you the it gives you what? It connects all the words, but it gives you more information about the preposition. Okay, it connects it here. We climbed up the very steep hill. We climbed up the very steep hill. We climbed very steep hill. Okay, fine. All these are words. All these words are connected together with the word preposition. What is that? Up. Only then it gives a full meaning. What is that? We climbed up very steep hill. See the next one. Come into the store with me. If you remove the word into, just you are removing that one word. What is that into? You are removing only one word into. See, the whole sentence is meaning. It goes meaningless. Come the store with me. It doesn't give any meaning. But see, the prepositional phrase into. Okay, it begins with into, and see how it the whole sentence is complete and gives full meaning. Come into the store with me. Okay, come into the store with me. So into the store with me is the prepositional phrase, and the preposition over here is into. See the previous sentence. We climbed up the hill, up the very steep hill. So here, up the very steep hill is the prepositional phrase, and where is the preposition over here? Up. Clear, okay? Clear, all of you? Because preposition acts as the head of the prepositional phrase. The word preposition comes first. What is that here? The cupcake with colorful sprinkles. Here, with acts as the head of that particular phrase. What is that? Colorful sprinkles. The cupcake with colorful sprinkles is yours. Clear, all of you? Clear, all of you? I hope all of you are clear. We'll move on with the next one. Till here, I hope all of you are clear. If you people have any doubts, again I'm repeating, if you people have any doubts, please, for heaven's sake, SMS me, WhatsApp me, mail me, anything, contact me. I will help you out because I am here. We are all here to help you. Whatever doubts you have, this is the right time, my dear friends. Again, I'm repeating it. This is the God-given time, right time. We will never get such. Okay, this is a blessing in disguise, I should say, because we can enhance our skills. We can develop ourselves. Whatever pending work, whatever we have left, we can do it now. Okay, I want all of you to develop yourselves because that is what we are all here for. I am here, all of us are here to help you. Clear, all of you, my dear friends? Any doubt you have at any time, just SMS me, just WhatsApp me, just mail me. I will clear. Sir, you in your class I did not understand noun phrase, could you explain it again? Yes, I will be able to. I will surely explain it to you. I will be able to give you my notes. I will send you all those things. Okay, no problem. Okay, God bless you all. We'll move on. Another, it will take another 5 minutes. Okay, we'll miss the next 5. Now connectives, as I have already told you, connectives we have all already seen yesterday. The same thing. Okay, see, these are the ones that we have already seen yesterday, and the conjunctions, connectors. Conjunctions are connectors that we saw previously. Also, all these. I'll give you 30 seconds. Just read through. Connective is a word or phrase that links clauses or sentences. We have been seeing this for quite some time now. Okay, these are all the connectives. Okay? We'll move on. Yesterday itself we have seen this. Again, it's not a repetition, but then it is like a recap. Okay, we'll move on. Discourse in fact, discourse markers. What are discourse markers? Discourse markers are words that will help a person while speaking to sequence whatever he's speaking. Discourse markers are words. They are also like connectors. They are also connectors only. Okay, there is no big difference with discourse markers or conjunctions or connectors. No, no difference. They are all one and the same. Okay, it it's a different word. Okay, it gives these words give you better sequencing in a sentence when you speak. When you speak someone to someone, the words have to be connected properly. It should be sequenced properly. So those connectors are called as discourse markers. Here, examples: words like actually, so, okay, right, anyway. So all these are connectors. These are the ones that connect one sentence with the other. So when you connect one sentence with the other, it becomes a proper sequence. It is called as sequencing one after the other. Sequencing the sentences one after the other. Okay. See, oh, like, you know, we say, when we don't get any words, we say, did you understand all these things, So all function as discourse markers, as they help the speaker to manage as they help the speaker to manage the conversation and mark when it changes. Understood? So when you're unable to continue, when you're not able to get any words in between, when you're stuck in between, these markers come as a rescue. It rescues you, and it is all. We can also call it as pillars. We can also call it as pillars. Clear, all of you? Discourse mask. Again, I'm sorry. Discourse markers. Okay. Words like actually, so, okay, or etc. These are the words which we use while conversing with the other. It is to manage the conversation when you are running out of words. When you're running out of words, we use mark. Now we'll move on. Now conjunctions. Once again, we saw this yesterday. The same thing, so I don't have to repeat it again. Adjectives. What are adjectives? We have already seen. That is anything that gives more information about noun or anything that qualifies a noun. A word that qualifies a noun. For example, he is a boy. He is a good boy. He is a tall boy. He is a short boy. He is a fat boy. He is, you know, he is. That is what it qualifies the noun. You have examples like ing and ed. I read a very interesting article. So here, article is what is article? Article is a noun. So interesting gives more information about the noun, or it qualifies the noun. What is that? Interesting article. I read a boring article. One more example. Okay. Either they have a car. What is that? They have a big black car. They have a big black car. Adjective of order. Two adjectives in front of a noun. See that. They have a big black car. See the next one. Comparative and superlative adjectives. What are comparative and superlative adjectives? That is, you're comparing between the two nouns. Okay, that is comparing. Okay, see here. France is bigger country than Britain. France is bigger country than Britain. We are comparing France and Britain. Okay, we are comparing two countries. That is, we are comparing two nouns. Okay, France is bigger than. See, I'll tell you one more. When it comes to positive, comparative, and superlative, you can easily understand it. When any comparative word will have than after the comparative. For example, bigger than, greater than. When you see the word than, you can simply say it is comparative. When you see the word the, it is superlative. For example, India is the best country to live. When I say India is the best country to live, you can close your eyes and say that it is the superlative degree because it has the word the. Clear, all of you? India is a country. When I say India is a country, okay, it is positive sentence. In fact, it's positive degree of comparison, positive degree of adjective. Comparative degree, India is better than most other countries. When I say India is better than most other countries, I am comparing with all other countries, and I am saying better than. Okay, I am using the word than. So it becomes comparative degree. Why? Because I'm comparing India with the others. Now see the superlative one. India is the best country of all. When I say India is the best country of all, that means India stands number one. That is superlative. Okay, it has the word the before. In fact, it has the word the before the superlative degree. In the comparative degree, it has the word than after the comparative word. Okay, yes. France is a bigger country than Britain. Here, Everest is the highest mountain in the world. I have already told you that Everest is the highest. So here, superlative degree, highest. What is before that? The comparative degree, bigger. What is after that? Than. So you can just close your eyes and you can say, okay. Now, next one. Everyone was extremely excited. Intensifiers. You are intensifying the, the action. What is that? They were very excited. Okay, what is that? You're saying they're excited, maybe because of a movie star who has visited, or maybe because of a new movie that is released, or something, or maybe because of the marks, because of the good marks that all of you got, whatever. Okay, everyone was extremely excited. Okay, see, next one. Mitigators. To make an adjective less strong, use words like fairly, rather, quite. By the end of the day, we were rather tired. This- we are not stressing too much, but we are, in fact, making it less strong. Okay, we are not making it stronger, but we are making it less stronger. Rather tired. Yes. Now, after the session, you would also say the same thing, right? Yes, I had 3 hours today, so I am rather tired after my classes, isn't it? Okay. Now we'll move on. Noun modifiers. Uh, 1 minute, just 1 minute. I'll complete this and we'll end the session. Noun modifiers. Using two nouns together to show that is a part of something else. Is close the kitchen window. See, we are modifying the noun, that is close the kitchen window. So that is an example that I am giving. Okay. So with this, I'm completing today's session. When we get the next session, I will complete the remaining. I hope all of you listen to it very carefully